Hey guys, Patrick here with CryptoWhat.com. Today what I want to show you is how to build your own custom website and upload it on Unstoppable Domains so you can have your own blockchain domain with your own custom website. And one site I like to get all my domains from that you can download for free. It's kind of a no hassle experience where a lot of other ones make you jump through a lot of hoops and you got to click through ads and stuff like that to get them is templated.co. And what I'm going to do is I just went to the first page here, and just to kind of get going, this is a pretty easy site. I didn't want to choose anything too complex, and I think this is something simple that we can work with and show you how to edit and upload to the Unstoppable domains. So first thing you want to do is, like I said, head over to templated.co, and it looks like you could just go to /urban. It might take you directly there. And if not, it's on the first page. Look for the Urban by Templated, and we're going to download this. Here we go. Let me go and find where I want to put this. Okay. So what I did is I just downloaded this in the folder. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract this. We're going to extract this to this folder here. And what's going to happen is we're going to see we've got some HTML files, which is, if I open this, it should be an exact replica of what we see over here. So technically we don't really need this anymore. We don't need this, and we can just deal with this. Now this is on our own local drive here, so it's not on the website. So whatever we do here to these files, let me shut that one down and just open this up. So we can open this up here, and we can go into Notepad, and we can start editing. Now, if you're not familiar with HTML, don't worry. I'm going to kind of give you a crash course here, and you're going to see it's pretty easy. But what I would do, just in case, if something gets screwed up, is just go to File, Save As, and call this a backup. So now before I do this, I'm going to backtrack here just in case I went too fast for you. So I'm going to shut this down. And how you open this is you right click, open with, and I use Notepad. If you've got an HTML editor and you know how to use it, great. But I imagine you wouldn't be watching this video because if you know how to build a website, that's really all you need. There's nothing too fancy that you need, on top of just knowing how to edit websites. So now that I have this open, like I said, I want to go to File, and I'm just going to create a backup. I'll call this backup.html. We're going to save it. So now if I go in here, we're going to see, if I open that up, this is the original site. So now I can feel free to, and by the way, if we open this back up, you can't have multiple notepads open at the same time. So backup.html, this is the old one. What we want to do is edit the new one. So shut this down again, and we're going to go back here. And we're going to open up the original file now that we have that backed up. And we're just going to start editing. So I'm going to move that in the background here. And we can see it says this is Urban. We've got some text up here, Urban by Templated, which is that text right there. Actually, no, I take that back. It's that right here. So we could do something like, since my website is patrickmoore.crypto, we could do that. And if I hit save right now and then refresh this, well, all that, okay, so what that did is just change this right here. So we're learning this together here. And I should have recognized that this is the title. And down here, Urban, that's where I want to change Patrick Moore, and then by Templated, we'll just say .crypto. Now I'll save this, and let's refresh. Okay, so it's patrickmoore.crypto. So I kind of like that. Now, oops. going back here. So we've changed the title. We see here, you just kind of go down here and you're like, okay, what can I edit? We got the menu here. We can see that that's what this is right here. If we click on this, we've got 3 different options: home, generic, elements. So let's go back to our page here, and there's home, there's generic, and there's elements. So maybe I want, let's see, an about page, and maybe we'll do some kind of, I don't know, follow, where then you can have some different social stuff, or you could have payments, and then you can have your other payment information if you want to accept payments on here. Although it kind of defeats the whole purpose of the .crypto site. So, or maybe services. Maybe there's different services you offer, a business you run. So let's just keep it at that: home, about, services for now, and I'll likely go back and change that. I got to think about that a little more. And let's see. So let's just save this so we can see what it looks like and just show you in real time the changes. Home, about, services. But now if you look down in the lower left hand corner, so if you look right here when I hover over these icons again, you see it says /index /generic.html and /elements. Well, that's what these are right here. So we would technically want to change these to, about.html, and then this one would be services.html, but we're not going to get there yet. This is just kind of a crash course on how you can go in, and if you don't want a menu at all, maybe you're just like, I just want the one page, it's as simple as doing this. And if you screw up, you have a backup. So we see nav, right? Well, let's just take out the nav. So I'm gonna hit Control X just in case this isn't, so I'm basically copying it. I cut it. I'm going to save, and I'm going to see what does it look like if I just remove that navigation area entirely. Okay, well that did not get rid of it. So what I need to do is see what might be holding that up. It's not this. It's something up here. Menu. Right there. So let's get rid of this, and let's save this. Okay, so that's gone now. So we don't have to worry about that. We can just start editing. Now, let's go down to here, and we'll just call this special headline. And we've got all this text here that we can edit. So basically, now notice this is one line and it ends with this CONGUE word, Kong, and it says Kong here, and then there's a break in between. So what this is doing is this is creating this space here to go to the next line. And so what you'd want to do is you do not want to interrupt that. You would do something like, text goes here, and then what I like to do is just copy that a few times, and then on the other side of this BR with the brackets, go here and paste and paste and paste and paste, and then save. Let's go back over here. Now it's a special headline, text goes here, and we've got, our little sub headline here. And then this button goes down, so that means this is an anchor text down here, so we need to see what this is anchoring to. We don't really need to since it's kind of already doing it for us, but let's just show you how that works. So if let's just enlarge this for a second. And where are we? Okay, learn more, right? So that's the button. It scrolls to the section main, right? Well, now this next area, it's called main. So it's basically scrolling down to this section of the site called main, and you can create this multiple times if you want. Now the next part, if we go down, we've got this. So it starts with, and here's a quick way you can do this, is just copy what this is, and then if you can't find it, just hit Control F, paste, enter, and it's right here. So now we know, okay, so we'll call this headline 2. And we know this is the next part. Let's just move the mouse over, see how long this text is. So it goes quite a way. So one easy way to do this is just to go like this, and then go, oops, oh, text goes here again, and then, oh shoot, did that wrong. Oops, I didn't copy it. Text goes here. There we go. Okay, I could do that, and then we could do this, copy this next line. It's gonna go all the way down here, and then just hit this a bunch of times now. Okay, now we've got that text, and then you can see we have a learn more, which is a link that you can create a link to, but let's just go ahead and save this and see what we have here. Okay, if I hit learn more, it's going to go to the top because it's not linked to anything, so we need to link it to something. This could be to your social page. So for example, what I'll do is I'll just grab my link here real quick and throw this on. And we're just going to throw this right here. Hit Control Save, refresh, and now this is going to open to my website. So going back, let's go down here, and so that's really all it is. Now we can see that's a headline 2, text goes here, text goes here. We'll change the picture here in a second. I'll show you how to do that. And then we've got the third row here, the third row of text. And then you've got the same thing here. If I click this, it's going to go to the very top again. So you can set that to go to, again, your social, or it could be to email you, it could be to call you, it could be to send you money, whatever you want to do. Down here. Now, let's just say I'm good with this, what's the bottom? Yeah. Let's just say I want to get rid of this whole bottom part, and I just want to stop right here. So what I would do, find that section. Because you may want to do this. Maybe you don't want to, maybe you just want the top part and this part, and then you want the bottom even, right? So what you need to do, and I don't want this to be too complicated, but do you see how it says section here, and then you got section? So let me just double check. This is aliquum ipsum puris dolor. Okay, so what that is that's it there, right there. So what I would do is I would delete. I'm gonna hit save and just see what that did. Okay, and there it is. So now that's gone. You got a cleaner site. Maybe what I want to do is get rid of this section entirely also. So there it is, section, gone. And save. And let's go back here. All right, so now I've got my headline, and we can go here, and maybe that's all I want. So now, and then we've got our links down here. So let's show you how to change those really quick, because I know those will be important. And you can see it's just right here at the bottom. You've got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Well, maybe I don't want Snapchat. Maybe I want Pinterest instead. So I would change Snapchat there. And maybe I don't want Instagram, or maybe I want to add another one. Well, I take that back, because you got to have the icon here for it. I don't know if it's loaded in these assets or not. So that's another another thing, more advanced lesson we'll have to talk about later. So let's just stick with that. In fact, let's test something, because sometimes they upload these just because they know you're going to be possibly using them. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, cool. So maybe what I can do is this: copy, paste. Now let's say I want a YouTube, and I want to add YouTube. This is a test. I like to just see what works and what doesn't. There it is. So I added it. So we changed the whatever that other one was to Pinterest, and then we added YouTube. And so there's probably other ones that we can just add, which is pretty cool. And what we would do is we would just go and grab our link, and wherever this pound sign is, this hashtag, that's where you swap out the link. So if you want to put your Twitter link, you would do https // twitter.com/username. And then same thing goes here, facebook.com/username, instagram.com/username, Pinterest, and then your YouTube link to your channel. And then you save it. So if I hit save now, since we just changed Twitter to username, and I refresh this, if you look in the bottom left corner here, when I hover over Twitter, you're going to see it says twitter.com/username. So now you can go through and change each one of those. You could change this if you want. You're not really supposed to, so I can't really advise you to change that, because you're supposed to keep this to give them the credit for the design. So we're just going to leave that as is. And that's pretty much it. Now the other element to this is swapping out images. So what you can do is, let's just say I want to go and I'm just going to type this universe, get a cool image here. That was kind of cool. What's the size? Let's go large. All right, let's just do this. Works for me. Save. Gonna now what I'm gonna do. Oh, you know what? I didn't want to say that. Because we're on our local server, what I need to do is I'm just gonna copy this image address. We're gonna go back here. And let's go to the very top. Let's figure out what the header image is. It might be referring to it somewhere else. It does look like it is. So there's a trick to that. I just want to double check something. Okay, so what just happened? What we need to do, here's kind of the quick workaround to this. Let's go and grab that image and throw this in here. And then let's throw this in here. And the easiest thing to do, since we know that this first thing is called banner.jpg, and luckily we're working with JPEG extensions here, I'm just going to delete banner.jpg, and we're going to change this and call this banner.jpg. That's the easiest, quickest solution. Otherwise, what you need to do is you need to go into the CSS and find that image right here, images / and what I would do is I would change the word banner to universe.jpg, but we already changed the name of the image, so we don't need to change what this text is referencing. So this is the background image. It's basically saying, yo, this is where your this is the image you are supposed to display, and now we referenced it to display banner.jpg. Okay, so now that we did that, I'm just going to get out of this. We don't need the CSS open. I'm going to save this. And we're going to open this. And now we've got this cool new background image here. So same thing would apply to this right here, except I think with this one, pick 101. Let's double check something. Make sure that this is labeled as, okay, so yeah, so this is called pick 101. So this is a much easier change. We could just go grab person and copy image address. We can go back into this text, and I could just say image source equals, and we're just gonna paste that entire thing in between the quotes here. I'm gonna save it, go back over here, refresh, and now we've got this image. So now that's technically it. Let's say you like your website the way it is. You need to click learn more. It goes right here. This button goes to where you want it. You got your social stuff set up. You could add more information if you want. And of course you could, continue with what you had before, before we made all the changes and got rid of all the rows below. What's the next step? Well, it's uploading it basically. I mean, we're done. So we would go to unstoppabledomains.com. We would go to my domain. All right, bring this back over. Go to manage my domains, website, upload files, and then what you would do is you would go and you would grab these files and you upload them. And once you upload them, then the changes take effect on the blockchain. And once they do, your site replaces whatever template you had, or if you don't have a template yet, that is your site. And if you want to make changes, you just go back here, you open up your site, and this is the original site, or no, that's not the original site. The original site's called backup. So if you wanted to start over from scratch, you can go here. You could add multiple pages. So we click generic. We could, you could add pages and really customize your own site the way you want and have a lot more flexibility than what's kind of provided to you with these templates. So anyways, hopefully that helps you guys out, and now you guys can start building your own website. One little tip, you could look online for like HTML editors. What you see is what you get, is WYSIWYG, the terminology or the acronym, and that's just might help you out with seeing the text, or because when you're using this notepad, like it's just all black and white text, but there are some different HTML editors where they like highlight different things in colors, and they'll kind of show you on the side and give you a display of what you're looking at. So I understand if this is new to you, this might just look completely foreign, and that's completely understandable. So that's just something where you got to kind of go back and forth and There we go. Fix that. So that looks a lot better. There was like a space there before. So yeah, I'm going to play with this site. I'm going to probably add back the other sections, or I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I just wanted to show you if that you want to build your own website that and upload it and have your own blockchain domain, and you just weren't exactly sure how to do it. I think this is the best way. It gives you the most control, and you can have a your own unique design. So anyways, I don't want to let this video get too much further. I will talk to y'all soon. Have a good day.